My name's Logan Newman, and I want to talk to you about promoting your skills on social media. I'm a woodworker, um, and I'm not going to talk about woodworking, although those are going to be some of my examples. Instead, I want to talk about promoting your skills and not the final product, but what you're doing. So, first of all, in this video, why me? I want to talk about why I'm doing this, some video examples, and tips. This is my big thing. I might do editing strategies later on if this goes anywhere, if anyone watches it, but I want to try this because I think it's helpful. So, first of all, why me? Over the course of the past year, I have gained around 70,000 followers, 65 to 70,000 followers. I've had a couple viral videos, but I think I like to think people stuck around for the content because it made sense to them. My Instagram, that was my Instagram. My TikTok does really well. Here's the example that I think really does it best. YouTube, I started posting shorts when I had 78 followers. I was going to say 1,000, but 78 followers in August of 2022. In December, right now, I have around 10,000, and that's almost all simply from shorts. So I think that the videos are doing well and people are catching up and they're looking at those. And here are some things that I've done. So first of all, viral videos. Here are just four examples, and I'll put the link to these and a couple others if you want to watch them. What is the name of this joint? So I showed something cool, asked the question, people really responded to that. That video had 25 million views on Instagram. How I get a good brand with an electric branding iron. So showing the tips of how to brand that. I think that had about 12 million. This one more reason why I draw a line. So why I'm drawing a line, what it does, how it helps. That's around 3 million. This portable router table is around 2.5 million. That's just on Instagram. That's not including the other places. So these are viral videos that helped people. And then these are my low performing videos. These are ones that did not do well. What is a Jefferson book stand? And it's something I make that is beautiful. I've made about 18 or 19 of these. I sell them, but I think the most views I've had on a video of those is about 2,000. Here's a view of two different epoxy boards. Again, not great views. This quality box, people liked it, but not a lot of views on it. So here are some of my personal realizations, things that I recognized. First of all, no one cares about my final product. Nobody cares what it looks like, with the exception of this video. This thing that I make is innovative and it's different. And I think that this is against the rule. Most times people don't care about your final product unless it's something they haven't seen before, unless it does something, unless it surprises them. Overall, people don't care about our final product, even though that's what we're making and that's what we want to do. The people that are following us or that you want to have follow you are generally going to be people who are doing the work that you're doing. Okay. The other thing is that I need to provide value to others. Now, the question is, how does what I am doing help someone else? Am I providing a visual appeal or a work appeal? So I've seen videos of these people doing viral stuff, moving their hands, and it's visually appealing. It's amazing. The tabnet, that thing I just showed you a picture of, I call it a tabnet. It's a work appeal, right? I think that that's a visual appeal. The work appeal would be the ones from before, the viral videos where I show how to get a good brand, portable router table. Those are ones that appeal to people's work. How can it help them in what they're doing? Overall, the thing I've recognized is that people want steps and ideas. They don't want to see the final. They want to know, how did you get to there? What are the different parts and how can I use that? I started adding audio into all of my videos, and what someone said is, I really appreciate hearing your thoughts. I appreciate understanding what you're thinking and why you're doing it. And I've noticed a real difference when I add audio versus when I just add sound. I'll show an example of that later, but just music is great, but it does not give the idea of what you're doing. I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it, but other people need to understand what and why and how I'm doing it. Obviously, to keep it simple, Simon, this idea of, we really need to make sure that we're giving a specific idea. We're doing videos that are in 60 seconds or less when you're on social media. So you want to make sure that it's simple. You're not overwhelming them. If it's too much, people are going to tune out or get lost. Uh, so this is a simple thing that I realize is at 3 second segments of video. That doesn't mean that the video is 3 seconds. That means that I'm doing something for 3 seconds, I'm moving on, or I'm constantly moving. And I find that with people's short attention spans, this is helpful. And of course, the old idea that sometimes nothing makes sense. The algorithm is what the algorithm is, right? It reads your work and it will present it or not. I've had videos go viral on one platform and not get hardly any views on another. So sometimes it's luck, other times it's, keeping the people there, and it's how you're presenting stuff. So here are some tips that I want to make to making a good video. A couple of really important things. First of all, when you're making a social media video, most of us recognize vertical content is the key. That's the one all the way on the, I don't know, whatever side this is on your camera, the high one that says vertical content, right? You want videos that are like that. YouTube content in a vertical format shows like that middle picture. You don't get the full thing. And even if you look over on the far side, even if you zoom in, you're still getting the bar. Now, the thing is, the algorithm recognizes that bar and won't push it. The algorithm wants full format videos. That's what they want. I don't pretend to be a computer expert. I don't pretend to understand it. All I know is that videos in vertical format do better than videos with the black lines at the top and the bottom. Good lighting, all right? Huge difference. No matter where you are, if it's dark, people can't see it. They don't want to see it. I have a ring stand, right? That's the one, you can see a picture of it. I use that. I move it around. I'm able to adjust it. It's on me right now, right? So it gives it a little bit more light. These two pictures show the difference. The one in the middle is without the ring stand. The one on the far side is with the light. And you can see some difference in the line. You can see some difference in the shadowing. It really helps people see it, and that makes a difference as well. I think this is a really big idea. We've all seen videos like this, right? You can see the hand shaking around. They're showing you something. It's under the sink. It's dark. Nothing makes sense when they're shaking. Um, it's hard to watch this video and get involved. It's hard to see what's happening. And this goes for regular YouTube or otherwise. I've watched videos on YouTube that I just shut off because it's all shaky. I don't want to watch that. I can't, right? So get a ring stand. I'm sorry, a camera stand, right? Something that holds your phone if you're using your phone, whatever it is, that holds it and holds it stable. Set it up. Sorry. Um, you want to start off by capturing their interest. What is it they want to see? So, you'll hear the idea of having a hook or a title, something that really captures them. For this one below, it says flattening a wobbly board with double-sided tape. I'm telling them what my issue is and how I'm going to solve it. That reeled in a lot of different people, right? They watched it because I'm solving an issue that they have and showing how to do it. Easy project to clean up the mess under my bench. It's a terrible mess underneath there. I did an easy video showing how I cleaned it up, and it hooked them because everybody has a mess somewhere that they want to try and clean up, organize, or in this case, hide it. Story time. Tell a story, right? What is it you're showing? Now, here's the thing. When you're thinking about that, you want to think about video angles. And I'm showing these 4 pictures in a row from left to right for a reason. My jig for determining dado blade thickness, right? So this is something specific. There is a picture, and there's what I'm going to use with what we call a dado stack. It's a set of blades. The middle left picture is showing what it's fitting. The other picture shows me cutting it, and the last picture shows me fitting it. Each of these was a different segment. Each of these was a different angle. And actually, the blade picture in the middle was 2 different angles. So I could show coming and going, and then fitting that on there and show how what I did worked, right? How is it making a difference? So think about your angles. Think about what it's showing when your camera's on there and how you can angle it so it gets the best picture. Okay, sound, right? Sound is important. So here's this video. I want to try and do it without sound. So this is what this video sounds like with no sound. It makes no sense. There's just a big mass right there. And we got to figure out how to get that out. So here it is. I'm curious anyone else's experiences cutting epoxy boards with the Festool TS75 track saw. This is what I get, just a mass of shavings. You can see the blade actually just shifts up once I get it all out. And behind it is a little gap that it just accumulates in. Does anyone else have this problem? All right, so the idea is I added sound, right? I'm talking about what I'm doing. There's the idea of adding in my thoughts. I did that after I edited the video, after I made the video. I didn't try and talk over what I was doing. I didn't have a vacuum going. If I'm going to add music, think about who you want to watch the music or the video, right? I did a video one time and I saved it and I put it on Reddit. And it was from it was from TikTok, and it had TikTok popular music. And when I put it on Reddit, people were like, this is a great video. The music sucks. I hate this video. I hate the music, because it wasn't towards what the people there are going to watch, right? They're not listening for, whatever it was I was playing, right? One of the big problems that I see a lot is people having music on when they're talking. So they're talking and you can hear music playing, and in some cases it drowns them out. It's hard to hear your words sometimes. So adding the sound, taking off the music, or even getting it down so it's quiet completely, both of those will work. Again, I like to do voiceovers because people want to hear what I'm thinking or why I'm doing what I'm doing. Right? Check your audience, see what works best. Sorry. Here's another thing that I think is really important. Obviously, this is be creative and original. This is not anything new. You all know that you need to be creative, but this right here, whoever this is, Wiki Woodworking, this is a page off TikTok that copied a whole bunch of my videos. And they didn't just have my videos, they had a whole bunch of other videos. And people kept tagging me in these videos. Isn't this you? This is your video. What's this doing here? And that was all the same. And those people, sometimes they get views because they're posting popular stuff, but it's not their work, and people recognize that. It's not also, if you are copying someone else's work, you're not providing value to other people because they've already seen it, and that's going to negatively impact you as well. So I think the important thing is to do your work, record what works for you and how you can help other people. So I'm going to just talk real quick about this, and if there's interest, I'll do another video showing how I edit my videos and what app I use. But for right now, here's some just thoughts, okay? I prefer to keep my videos within 60 seconds. Now, on Instagram, you can do 90 seconds. On TikTok, you can do 3 minutes or 10 minutes. What I have found for myself is that anything over 60 seconds does not do as well as things less than 60 seconds. Part of that is audience retention. The other part is the algorithm saying what people want to see. Again, I don't control the algorithm. I don't pretend to understand computers. I just know that this is something I've recognized. I like to put a title to say what's going on at the beginning, right? That's part of my hook. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? How am I going to help you? See if that adds value to what you're doing. Don't just jump into it because people don't know what's going on. What is it you're doing and why are you doing it? Right? Really big concept. A lot of people I see doing this, you want to speed up your content so that I don't want to say that it's fast, but that it doesn't take up a lot of extra space. You don't want stuff that is just sitting there and it's, the big thing for me is editing out these repetitive tasks, right? I'm not going to watch 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 25 seconds of something going through a sander or a planer. These are woodworking tools, but the idea is the same. If you're crocheting, somebody isn't going to watch you crochet the same thing for 15, 20 seconds unless it's innovative, right? But even then, after a time, that gets repetitive and they don't want to watch it. So you need to speed up the content. You might show 2 to 3 seconds of that part, and then speed up the other second, 10 seconds, or so that it's 3 seconds or whatever. So a short bit of it and then speed up. One of the big things that I hate, and I have to edit out my videos because I realized how bad it was dead air. When somebody disappears from the camera to go get something and the camera still records and they don't edit that out. Nobody wants to see the reaching arms, right? They don't want to see the back of the head. They don't want to see a block shot. You got to edit that out because nobody wants to see it. It disturbs the whole visual aesthetic, right? I like to think almost that editing video is another art form. You're showing your skills in whatever art form you're doing, but making the video is also an art form. You have to figure out what parts you can edit, what's your content, what are your angles, all that important stuff. You might want to zoom in on the important shots, slow them down. I know I just said speed up, but slow down the important stuff so that they can get that, right? I have a couple of videos where I showed something for a second that was really important, and then I had to slow it down so that it reached for about 3 seconds so people could actually see it. All right, think to yourself, and this is what I always think about, would I enjoy this? What I am watching, is it appealing to me? Does it capture my interest? Because that's who you want to watch it, is other versions of you doing that skill and learning from you. Overall, right? That's what you want to do. And I think the important thing is to recognize what you need to do. Um, that's it. I'm not going to cover anything else. I've been talking for a while. I do want, if there's another video, if people are interested, I'll talk about editing audio and I'll actually show how I edit a video. But for right now, I just want to see if anyone's interested. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for listening.